Gorgeous day upon gorgeous day, deep divers. There's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. It is a stunning day. Now, me being in nature every single day, I realize that there is no death in nature. Everything is constantly being recycled, reused, replenished, reborn. There's a great rebirth in nature. When one thing finishes, something is born. And this current system we're living in is finished. Oh, no. It's time to celebrate. That's good news. It's finished. Why? Because the program is crashing. And that means a new energy is coming to the planet. And if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Why? Because everything is being reborn right now on the planet. Thank you, universe. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Deep divers, breathe with me. Let's go. Woo! One more time. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I come into nature to get that great reset. Okay? Because right now, we need to realize the way we have been living for thousands of years is coming to an end. And yes, there is a great reset. The second great reset. This system is finished. Here's why. Because of this great reset. I'm not talking about the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset by 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. No, I'm talking about a great reset of consciousness. Many people are realizing that it's over in this system. They're starting to realize that, just like the ancients knew, what we see happening outside of us is actually what is going on inside of us. What? Slow motion this side. As above, so below. As within, so without. What we see out there is nothing more than a reflection of what is going on in the mind of the collective humanity. And when we see COVID-19, Omicron, pandemic, wars, Russia and Ukraine, so much happening in the world, it's a reflection of what's going on inside of the collective. But also, there is good news, because there is a gigantic, great awakening happening. And this is part of the Great Reset, too. And this is why the system is finished. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. Much love to all of you. Take that good ass energy I'm sending you. They are afraid of love because love creates a world they cannot control. For thousands of years, human beings have been living in fear of each other. Fear. And that's actually coming to an end. We're now seeing the rebirth of humanity. You see, the ancients knew that humanity is only one body. When we take a look at what's happening, the body is sick. Humanity's body is sick. The pandemic, that's a symptom. Wars, these are symptoms. And many people are now awakening to say, oh my gosh, you overdid it, Holmes. We have played ourselves. And the way we are living is no longer sustainable. We are approaching the sixth mass extinction. But you don't hear me though. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? When a fire has consumed everything, the only thing left for the fire to consume is itself. And this is what's happening on the planet. You see, many people wake up every single day, then they do whatever they have to do in this human life. The problem is the way we are living is actually not in harmony with Mother Nature. And whenever this happens in nature, Mother Nature has got to spank your ass and get you the hell out of here. Mother Nature doesn't need human beings. We are the children of Mother Nature. Slow motion this side. And it's going to be here after us because it was here before us. And when we realize we're living in an ecosystem full of the cat down the road and billions, trillions of life forms, we're not the only ones here. I know as a human being, you were told that you are the be-all and end-all. No, that's over. We have to realize it's not an ego system. It's not an ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. And the reason why the system is finished, the program is crashing, is because the ego system is now catching up with humanity. They have destroyed the entire planet. Let me give you some statistics, little science. 15.3 billion trees are cut down every single year. The onset of civilization, human civilization, since the onset of human civilization, we have lost 46% of the trees on this planet. We're destroying the rainforest. Not only that, there's an ecological crisis with the soil. You see, 95% of your food, 100% of your food comes from 95% of something called topsoil. But you see, over the last 200 years, we've lost a third of topsoil. Therefore, the crops are not growing. And also, in the next 60 years, scientists predict that we're going to have no topsoil left. Oh my gosh, there are going to be famines, right? Unless we do something and see that we have to take better care of the planet. The system is finished. Here's why. 2.7 trillion aquatic life forms are killed every single year. 70 billion animals are slaughtered every single year, and you expect to live in peace? It's not going to happen. So when you realize that, just like Agent Smith said in The Matrix, human beings are a disease, a virus, a cancer, a parasite. Now, of course, not all human beings, but the way humanity has been living has been parasitic. This is why the system is finished, because it's no longer sustainable. Now, when we take a look at everything that's happening, the good news is that many people are rejoicing that this system is finished. The Mayans said the end of the world, December 21st, 2012, which was actually 2020, the Great Conjunction, signified the Great Reset. And it signified us leaving the age of Pisces, which was all about believing. And we are now in a whole new age, the Age of Aquarius, the information age, the age of the water bearer, where the hidden comes to light. And this is the reason why billions of people, their DNA is changing, because this is the time of the Great Awakening. We've reached the tipping point on the planet. And this is why the system is finished. Because we believed in the lie for so long, we became the lie. But now people are saying, wait a minute, we've screwed up the whole planet. Wars, unnecessary deaths, pandemics. This is not how we're supposed to be living. Wearing a face mask 24/7, living in lockdown, living in fear. World War III, nuclear war. This is why the system is finished. Because you see, before every civilization collapses, there's a great war. Yes, humanity is at war with itself. Because everything you see happening externally is only a reflection of what is going on internally. And this is why the system is finished, because it screwed all of us over. In school, you were taught how to compete with your fellow student. You weren't taught about your emotions. You weren't taught how to meditate. And this is why the system is finished, because it has produced a society of disconnected, desensitized people. And we can take a look around and realize most people are not living, they are merely existing. Now, the system is finished because you have so many people worldwide saying, wait a minute, this is all a big illusion. The media lied to me. My school teachers lied to me. And now I'm on the quest for truth. Take a look around and ask yourself, who were you before they told you who you were? Slow motion this side. Said, check out that new book. In the book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Also, shout out to everyone who's been getting the wonderful Good Ass Prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. Who were you before they told you who you were? You see, many of us, we grow up believing in these false concepts, race, religion, nationality. But you are none of these things. You are a spiritual being having a human experience for a brief moment in time, then you'll be out of here to the next dimension. So the system is finished because we're now realizing that this great lie we were all told, the great lie we were all told is now catching up with us. It has produced an unhealthy breeding ground to raise children in. Where do the children play? Great song. What are we doing to the mental health of our children? This is the reason why the children on the planet, they get it. They're like, this whole thing is a joke. Why am I going to take it seriously? We lied to our children. We didn't teach them the truth. We lied to our children. We didn't show them the truth. We handed down to them what our parents handed down to us, which were limitations. And this is why the system is finished, because even the youth, they are awakening to say, wait a minute, you screwed us over. You've got it wrong. And that's why life is a meme. They're dancing on TikTok because they know this whole shit is a joke. Oh my gosh. The system is finished. Here's why. Now, we're living in crazy times, beautiful times, but a lot is happening, right? Because it's the tipping point. If you take a look at Russia and Ukraine, I told you, every side feels they're doing the right thing. And that's why you have the war. But also, everyone has their own agenda, their own narrative. So what you see in the West is, hey, it's terrible what's happening in Ukraine. Yes. And what you see in Russia is, hey, we're winning. Ukraine say we're winning. So it's very hard to distinguish what's the truth. And this is why the system is finished, because there's propaganda roaming everywhere. You don't know who to trust because, once again, everyone has their own agenda. I was listening to Lara Logan, former CBS journalist and a current journalist as well at Fox. But she actually had her awakening and she was saying, hey, take a look at really what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, you've been told that Putin is terrible. And yes, okay. But also there's another side to the story they're not talking about. Biolabs in Ukraine. The media aren't talking about this. Funded by the US. So you got to do your research, right? But the system is finished because you're now having even fearless journalists like her who are speaking their heart and mind, and you're seeing the program crash. You're having great artists speaking about the truth in their music, doing a little samba, baby, raising the frequency, because that's what music was designed for, to uplift the masses. And many artists are now saying, actually, I've got a large influence. I can put a message in my music. And this is why the system is finished, because you have many agents in disguise, even who work in big pharma, big tech, whistleblowers. They're coming out. They are aware that we've been lied to, and they're now starting to spill the beans. The system is finished. Here's why. Have you noticed the mass exodus? Parents are now taking their children out of these schools, homeschooling their children. Also, people are going off the grid, going to retreats. They're coming back more into nature because they realize we've created a concrete jungle and there's nowhere to go because it's a prison. And this is why the system is finished, because humanity have destroyed the whole planet with concrete. So people are like, wait a minute, I've got to get out of here. It's all a trap. Because we are supposed to be living in harmony with Mother Nature. Native Americans, the great sages there, spoke about how human beings didn't weave the web of creation. They are a part of the web of creation. Slow motion this side. And the system is finished because you have been programmed and conditioned just to be a consumer, just to take, plunder the resources of the planet. There is enough for everyone's need, but there is not enough for everyone's greed. And the ego has taken humanity to a dead end. And this is why the system is finished. This is why the program is crashing. Look, humanity has destroyed the planet so much. That's why Zuckerberg said, hey, there's nowhere for you to go on this planet. We got to put your ass in the metaverse. And that's what they want. They want to turn a human being into a human cyborg, into an artificial creation. And this is why the system is finished, because many people are now waking up to say, wait a minute, I don't want to live my life in the metaverse. I want to live my life in the real world. The system is finished. Have you noticed that the lines are becoming blurred between real and fake? You don't know what's real or what's fake. You don't know what's the truth and what's a lie. This is the sign of the end times, when people who you think are the heroes are actually the villains. And people who they tell you are the villains are actually the heroes. Everything is reversed. It's called the Great Inversion. I had an apple, 7-day vegan challenge. I bought it. I thought it was an apple, but it was sitting in the fruit bowl for 3 weeks. And it was the same color, the same hardness. I said, this is not an apple. They're playing with the food. You don't know what the hell you're eating. Once upon a time, there used to be seeds in the fruits. They've taken them all out. And this is why the system is finished, because we have to now see it's on us to do what we have to do to survive and thrive. And we got to say, wait a minute, I got to create a better connection with Mother Nature. Matter of fact, I got to create a better connection with my fellow human beings. You see, this whole system is finished because look at the relationship between men and women. It's in chaos. Why? Because it's a reflection of what's happening out there. Everything is a mirror. The relationship of men and women, when that improves, the relationship of the whole world will improve. Everything is mirroring each other. When there's chaos and war outside, it means that it's happening in your own home, in your own interconnections, your own connections with the other gender. So we have to see that we need a new way of living, a new way of being. And I'm here to tell you, a new energy is here. A new energy is coming to the planet. And this new energy is all about you realizing you are powerful beyond measure. You were told that you are inadequate, you are insignificant. No, you are so powerful. And this is why the system is finished, because you are now outgrowing the container they tried to put you in. You're outgrowing these old institutions, dogma, rigid rules and regulations, belief systems, which are a whole load of baloney. And you're now taking back your power to say, wait a minute, raising the frequency. I came here to be free. I'm not my race, religion, nationality. I'm a sovereign being unto myself. And this is why the system is finished, because this current version of reality in the mainstream, in the collective, is no longer sustainable. It's going to lead to the demise of the whole of the collective. So many people are now wise to say, wait a minute, we got to do something about this. We got to make peace with ourselves. We got to make peace with the world. We got to make peace with the cat down the road, and then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Here to remind you, don't be afraid of change or when things end or finish, because what seems like the end is nothing more than a new beginning in disguise. This whole thing has to end. Why? Because it was built on a house of cards. Let it crumble to the ground, because this makes way for the new earth, where love reigns supreme. I love all of you deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy, peace. You! They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. Woo! Leave a comment down below of love and appreciation. Oh, you want me to go live on this topic? Just say, go live, Ralph. Peace.